If you've ever tried shopping for a tallow balm online, then you know how frustrating it can be. Everybody and their brother has a tallow balm for sale. Choosing the right one can be so confusing, but I'm going to help you figure that out. I'm going to show you how to read the labels, cut through all that salesy junk. My name's Loana. I'm a licensed esthetician. I've been using and making videos about tallow balm for well over a year now. And by the end, you'll be able to find one and feel good about it. Quick note, the examples I'm going to show you are from Amazon, and I am not saying that any of them are necessarily bad, but some are. Some of them may just need better labels. I've not tried any of these, but I will show you the ones that I would personally choose and why. The brands like to use wording that make their products sound good, pure, and natural, when it really might not be. That's greenwashing. We want to look for the ones that say grass-fed, grass-finished. Organic would be amazing, but at least grass-fed, grass-finished. Now see, this one says grass-fed. Technically, that could mean that it's just been fed grass at some point in its life, and the rest of the time it's been fed any old way, and we wouldn't have any real way of knowing. The reason I mention that is if the animal's been fed grains or hay that's been sprayed with herbicides and pesticides, the animal eats it, then those toxins are stored into the animal's fat, and that's what we're using, the fat. It's a specific kind of fat, and it's called suet. That's what tallow is. And we need to be able to spot that too, and I'll show you when we go shop. In the past, I haven't been real picky about that, but I am now. We want to look at the other ingredients too. Many tallow balms will be made with olive oil, and that's fine if you just want to use it on your body, but I do not recommend it for your face. Unless it is a very, very, very good quality olive oil, and it would say so on the labeling because they'd be proud of that. Typically, it's just olive oil. Let's pull up Amazon and let's type in grass-fed, grass-finished, tallow balm in a glass jar. Let's take a look at this one. This one is Evil Goods, and it is famous on TikTok and YouTube. And it says it is $49.99, and that makes it about $12.50 an ounce. We'll go over that in a minute, but right now we're going to look at these ingredients. This one has grass-fed, grass-finished. That's great. It has vitamin E, a few other things, but the main ingredient here in the oil is olive oil. That's a no for me, but it does list all the ingredients. You can read all this, and then we're going to go down. Amazon has a spot where they list the ingredients. There's a pattern I've seen with the good ones and the bad ones. This one has the ingredients listed here in the Amazon site. So always click through the pictures. You can get a good look at what the people actually got. This one is a no for me because of the olive oil. But other than that, not too bad. Now let's take a look at another one. All right, let's take a look at this one. This one has, let's look at the ingredients. It has grass-fed beef tallow. It doesn't say grass-fed, grass-finished. And it has this marula oil in it and the sweet almond oil. Now, the sweet almond oil is a good choice, but the marula oil, what you need to do is go into Google, type in what is the comedogenic rating for this oil. So I looked up this oil, and it had like a 4 and a 5. The comedogenic rating is a 1 through 5. So that's not a good one for me, but this thing looks great otherwise. Let's take a look at this one. It is Natural Nourishing Tallow Balm for skincare, handcrafted for dry skin. Organic. It is $95, which makes it $23.75 an ounce. Premium Tallow Balm. Beautiful packaging. Looks great. Lovely girl. She's putting some on her skin. But this picture right here, did that look the same as what was in the container? No. This is not a photo of the actual tallow balm, so to me that's a red flag. What they're saying on their label is not matching up with reality. And it says tallow, jojoba oil, avocado oil. That's premium tallow with very normal ingredients. So let's go down here. I've noticed that the ones that have the ingredients listed down here in the Amazon section of safety information or important information, those are usually your better tallow balms. So let's look at this premium one and what it says down here. Well, it says for external use only, and it doesn't list the ingredients. So let's go look at these comments. So as you can see, there's 0 customer reviews and 1 customer rating. And it's $95 a jar, which leads me to this next one. You don't automatically assume that it's quality because of the price. So let's look at this one. This one is $9.99. It's a bargain. So let's look at all these ingredients. On the label, if you notice, every photo, it says nourishing face and body cream. This is the greenwashing. Beef tallow balm, herb infused. Nourishing face and body cream. Made with wild honey. Again, it says all these good things. The beautiful photo of the cow and the honey looks great. Nowhere on the label does it give you the ingredients. So let's scroll down. Looking at the comments, it says it has organic ingredients. So review these products. There was nowhere, I can't find anywhere that gives you the ingredients down here in Amazon section where you should find some ingredients. But this review right here, it's a really, really perfect review. So back at the main screen, a way you can check the products is right here. If you see this, visit the store, and it'll have, this one is URQT. That's their store. So you can click on that, and then it'll take you to their storefront within Amazon. And take a look at this. It is very cosmetic-y. And then let's scroll down. This first one, oh yeah, it's that lovely beef tallow skincare, very natural, organic looking. And then the only other 2 things they have on their website are these 2 creams that, no. So to me, that doesn't seem like a trustworthy brand. All right, let's take a look at this one. This one is $31. That makes it $9.83 an ounce. And there's 3.2 ounces. This one is unscented. I also recommend that. A lot of your fragrances are not healthy. So it says amber glass jar. It has 100% grass-fed finished beef tallow. Has some aloe in it. I don't mind that. And it's organic jojoba oil. And then you go through, it's a family owned, and it also says it has organic ingredients. Now that doesn't mean they're all organic, but it has organic ingredients. Let's scroll down. Now let's look down here at the product information. And there you see it. It has 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef tallow, organic aloe vera, honey, and organic jojoba oil. And the next thing I like to do is I always like to go into the photos. Even more than the comments, I like to look at the photos. So let's take a look at these. You've got one here. This looks good. Looks good. A nice whipped tallow. This one looks good. This one, it looks like it's melted. It's like, what the heck happened to my tallow balm? And then this one, it looks really grainy. It looks kind of gritty. And in the comments, someone did mention that it looked grainy. Okay, so let's do this. And here it was whipped. And this is how it should look. And then you've got this. And the reason for that is when the tallow is shipped across the country in hot trucks, then it sets in warehouses, and it goes from hot temperatures to cold temperatures and then back to hot temperatures. With tallow, with those oils, once it melts, it's not coming back. So in this photo, that's the whipped tallow. It still may be 2.5 ounces, and they've whipped it, and it makes it look like more because it's got air in it, and the whipped tallow feels real nice. So when that melts, all that air's gone, and you're just left with 2.5 ounces of the unwhipped tallow balm. Now it's still fine. It works the same. The texture just isn't the same. And that is also why I like the glass jars, because I don't care what kind of plastic it is, even if it's all this safe plastic, that's safe until it gets really hot. So you have your tallow in there, it's sitting in a hot truck, and then those plastics can leach out their chemicals into the tallow that I'm going to put on my face. And if it's in glass, you don't have to worry about that. Here's a good one I want to talk about. Pure whipped tallow balm. Now let's go look at the ingredients. 100% organic, grass-fed beef tallow for skin. What's wrong with this one? So it says one powerful ingredient. 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef tallow. Now that sounds great. However, it looks good, very creamy and soft. Now the problem with that is if it were 100% tallow, it's not going to look like that. 100% tallow is very hard. You almost have to get something and scrape it out. This has something added to it. It's not going to have this texture if it's 100% tallow unless it is fat and not 100% tallow. So that's a red flag to me. And then one of the comments, someone said it had a nice vanilla scent. And if it's got a scent in it, then they're not being fully honest about their ingredients because they didn't list a fragrance. So that's a no. I don't recommend that you use 100% tallow as a balm. And I made a whole video on what is tallow balm and everything about it. And I will link that at the end. So you just have to click on it if you want to go check out more information about tallow balm. Let's look at a few of these real quick so we can make sure we're kind of fully understanding what we're looking for. This one says herb infused organic. That sounds great. It is grass-fed tallow, but it does not say grass-fed, grass-finished. This one has good ingredients if you're not concerned with it being 100% grass-fed, grass-finished tallow. And look at the pictures of this. Again, it's melted. I really don't have a solution for purchasing this online and fixing this problem. The only way to prevent that is if you shop local, and all of these things I'm showing you here would apply when you're buying it local. Let's go look at the ones that I would personally purchase and why. I typed in organic, grass-fed, grass-finished, with jojoba oil in a glass jar. Everything exactly what I wanted, and it still gave me all kinds of mess. Now this one looked pretty good. It had all the ingredients all the good ingredients I liked. I'm telling you, this was tough. I narrowed it down to these 3 or 4, but it had great ingredients. And go down here, it listed the ingredients like I told you. This one, I liked this one. It had mango butter. I checked the comedogenic rating on the mango butter and it's perfect. So remember, check those comedogenic ratings. And let's go down and look at these ingredients. There they are. Now the next one, again, all the good ingredients. Remember, I have a video for you that shows you why all this is important and goes into detail about tallow balm. But this one had the good ingredients and it has them listed. Now this next one coming up, I have already shown you earlier, and it has the good ingredients and it has the description down in the bottom with the good ingredients. And I will link these in the description. I have an affiliate link for these, but if you want to take that shortcut and go look at those for yourself, read the comments. There's a whole lot more out there to look at, but now I think you have all the right tools to make a good choice. Now I'm going to say this, if it has beeswax in it, it's not always going to be the case, but it is a flag to me because like I said, the tallow is a specific fat and it is very hard and very firm. And when stuff gets popular and goes mainstream, shortcuts are taken because it's very expensive and harder to access. They'll use other fat that's not just the suet from around the kidneys, and that fat doesn't get as solid as suet. Suet gets very solid. The tallow is very firm and hard. So then they need to add beeswax. You'll see when they add that, they're trying to firm that up. Now, not everybody that uses beeswax in a tallow balm is doing that. Since I've made tallow balm and the questions I get from the viewers that have had trouble with their tallow and making their tallow balm, it is almost always the tallow that they sourced wasn't just tallow, it was fat. Tallow with some fat in it. And it never completely solidifies. So that's why some people add the beeswax and the cocoa butter. They're looking for it to solidify. But unless you're making it yourself, we just got to do the best we can do. There's some good products out here. So let's recap. We are going to look for a glass jar. We're going to read the labels. We're going to read the comments. We're going to look at the photos. We're going to check the ingredients. We're going to check the ounces because remember that the little jars pictures can look deceiving. It looks like a big old jar, and it's a little bitty jar, so look at the ounces. The ingredients we're looking for, we are looking for grass-fed, grass-finished. Organic is always a plus, and then non-pore clogging ingredients. You check the oil if it's not one you're familiar with. If it's jojoba, sweet almond oil, you're doing pretty good. If you check these few things, that'll rule out about 80 to 90% of the ones that you don't want to buy. You've got this. You can do it. I've linked a few of the ones that I've liked in the description. If you want to go just click those links, it'll take you right to it. And if you want to know more about Tallow Balm before you go make your purchase, watch this video right here. I thank you all so much for hanging out with me. My name's Loana, and this is a little bit of Homestead.